in this dream, this is what I saw. I saw the inside of a church, and of course, we have pews on each side. In the dream, on one side, on this side, was like really super bright lights were hung, and they were shining down on this side, okay? And they were so bright. I was sitting on this side, and they were so bright that I had to shield my eyes. It hurt my eyes. It was just extremely bright light. But on this side over here, it was in the dark. There were no lights. If they were, they weren't on. It was just dark over here. But this side had extremely bright lights and was lit up to the point to it hurt your eyes. And as I seen it from this view, you see as being on the left side. But when you stand where the pastor would be, the head of the church, which in our case is Christ, okay? I would put this side on the right side where the light was. This side was in the light. This side was in the dark. And this speaks to what I have been mentioning over and over in my videos about the wise and the foolish. It represents two different groups. Those that are in the light, those that are in the dark. And the Bible speaks of this, okay? I feel that what many of us have been experiencing these last few days is a spiritual testing. And I can't remember if I spoke this in a video or not, but I have felt a knowing in my spirit based on how the Lord brings things to me, that he was drawing a line, separating the group into two parts. Because we know that when we look at the parable of the wise and the foolish, there's a separation that takes place right there. And we have to understand that when the Lord starts his judgment and it begins in his house, there will be a separation within the church at the onset. Now, that doesn't mean these that are on this side where it's dark are going to be left there. Because in this dream, I left where I was in the light and I came over to here, and I brought with me what I had over here. And what it was like and I'm not sure the symbology of it just yet, but it was like a laptop a laptop desk that you just, a little desktop you just sit on your lap. It was like a clear glass, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it, rectangle shaped plate of sorts that I had my Bible and my notebook on, because that's what I always do, my Bible and my notebook. And I had carried it with me over here to this side, to the dark side. And when I got over there, everybody was asking me about the things I had, asking me questions and wanting to know what I had with me. And I can't remember what they were saying. I just knew they were interested in what I had. But my point is this. We need to understand that Scripture does teach a separation takes place within the church. The wise are the ones that go into the marriage. That's what you look at Matthew 25. You can clearly see both groups, the wise and the foolish, are looking for the bridegroom. But only the wise go into the marriage and the door is shut. And the foolish, they are told, I know you not. And I know I've spoke this, but we need to understand that. A lot of us don't understand that. But the point that I want to make is that is not the end, okay? Because what's been given, these on this side, they're going to bring it to these so that everyone can come to the Lord. It's about the process of the harvest beginning. We need to understand that. Now, I clearly, I'm just going to read this because it touches on a lot of things. I had wrote it on a comment, but it says, I felt a shift, and yes, it left me with peace beyond explanation and extreme joy in my heart. Last night, much was happening in my sleep. I woke several times to understand bits and pieces. I know at one point it was connected to the sons and daughters. At another point, it was about knowing this world is not my home and being able to let go. There were several other times I woke with specific understandings, but I'm unable to recall them now. It was like they were meant to bring me knowing within, but were not meant for me to speak of. This morning I am filled with peace and contentment and a joy in my heart that is beyond what I've been having. I know the Lord had shown me there was a spiritual testing taking place. I had a dream last night. That's the dream I just told you about. That speaks to that. This dream to me confirms a separation has occurred in the spiritual. I do believe that soon these end time events will commence at a rate that there will be no question as to what is taking place. I just wanted to share this quickly with y'all. I love you. Bye-bye.